Dallas. Starting pitchers for today's game. First game is Brad Reinfleck for Sheboygan and Pat Foley for West Dallas. Let's go through the West Dallas lineup. They're managed by Steve Elliott. They have Kyle Kalkoff at first base leading off. Jonah Meidel in right field batting second. Hitting third and DHing is Alex Elliott. Batting fourth and playing second base is Brian Hunsinger. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Charlie Bourbon. Batting sixth and playing second center field is Kyle Bullock. Batting seventh and catching, Jacob Kaiser. Shortstop, Logan Rodeman is batting eighth. And the ninth place hitter playing third base is Bryce Sun. And Pat Foley is doing the pitching for West Dallas. Defensively for Sheboygan, we have Harry Stelt at first, Nathan Ebersol at second, Jacob Neese at third, and Joey
Leading off for West Dallas, first baseman number 8, Kyle Kalkoff.
Mark Wanners in left, JT Reed is in center, Ross Christ is in right. Catching today is TJ Roberts, and starting on the mound, Brad Reinfleck. Weather report for today, we have 73 degrees at game time. Overcast skies and the wind is blowing out towards the left. The strike evens the count at 1-1. A little different umpiring situation today. We have 3 umpires instead of 2. Randy Wood will do this first game behind the plate. Over at first base is Jeff Woodliff, and over at third base is Jason Worth. We got Wood at home, Woodliff at first, and Worth at third base. Full count now to the leadoff hitter, Kyle Kalkoff. Always followed straight back. Very small crowd for this first game so far. Hopefully we'll pick up a little bit. Yeah, earliest game we've had all year. Ebersol ranges far to his left, managed to pick up and a nice throw over to Harry for the force out. Nice play. That brings
right
up
fielder, number 29, Jonah Meidel.
Sheboygan managed by Tim Moyer. Ken Neese, his assistant. Last day of the season for Sheboygan. Pop up on the infield. Pettit makes the catch. That'll bring up Alex Elliott.
Designated hitter, number 23, Alex Elliott.
Because the last game yesterday was rained out, they changed the format. Appleton had been eliminated. They did lose 2 games. They are not in the tournament anymore. The 3 remaining teams, Sheboygan, West Dallas, and Menasha, will play a round-robin format. And the team with the most wins, or 2 wins, would win the round-robin. If all teams finish at 1-1, then the tiebreaker is runs allowed. Rindfleisch hits Elliott, taking his base.
Second baseman number 21, Brian Hunsinger.
Brings up Brian Hunsinger, the second baseman. Rindfleisch throws ball one. Got a little trouble with his feet on the mound. They do have tarps that cover the pitcher's mound and home plate. The remainder of the field seems to be in great shape. Excellent job by the grounds crew this morning, getting everything ready for today's ball games. 2-0 is the count. Ball swung on and popped up out of play.
Good, that's all one.
Elliott taking a bit of a lead over there at first. He's not going. That ball's popped foul out of play again by Hunsinger. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Infield is deep for Sheboygan. Ball is up and in. Rindfleisch has had trouble with his control in this first inning. Another 3-2 count.
Take a lot, so just those strikes this year, games, one takes a lot, that's the good.
3-2 pitch. Elliott will be on the move. And that pitch is outside. Ball 4. Runners on. First and second for West Dallas. There are 2 outs. And that brings up Charlie Bourbon.
Left fielder number 35, Charlie Bourbon.
Rindfleisch does have 38 walks in 63 2/3 innings. Actually, it'd be 39 walks now in 64 1/3 innings. The point is his control has not been stellar. I'd like to get that picked up a little bit. Bourbon able to check his swing. Pitch is up high for ball 1. Bourbon with a weak swing at an inside pitch. Evens the count at 1-1. Joey Pettit, the Sheboygan shortstop, trying to keep Elliott close to second base. Rindfleisch does not look comfortable out there on the mound.
He's pitching like the mound is still slipping a little bit.
CJ giving us an analysis up here, but he doesn't have a microphone. You can't hear him. The breaking ball is way high, makes it 3-1. Pitch. And Bourbon with not a very good swing. half inning of play. West Dallas nothing. Sheboygan coming to bat.
What does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1.
Go through Sheboygan's batting order. Leading off will be Ross Christ playing right field. Mark Warner bats second. He's playing left field. Harry Stout, number 3 hitter in order. He's playing first. Jacob Neese over at third bats fourth. The 5th hitter is the catcher TJ Roberts. Batting 6th and playing shortstop Joey Pettit. DHing in the 7th spot is Cole Erickson. Batting 8th and playing second base, Nate Ebersol. And batting 9th, the center fielder, JT Reed. Defensively, for West Dallas, they have Falkhoff at first, Hunsinger at second, Toussaint at third, Rodiman over at short. It's Bourbon, Bullock, and Idle in the outfield left to right. And the catcher is Jacob Kaiser, and the pitcher is Pat Foley.
Leading off for your A's, right fielder number 31, Ross Christ.
Ready to lead off the bottom of the first for Sheboygan. We still can't get it right. Ross has a 2-0 count. Ross had a tough first game yesterday. Was 1 for 4 with a strikeout. His hit was a double, but then he got trying to sacrifice him over the third. Got thrown out, trying to advance. It's Joey Pettit laying down the bunt, or Mark Warner, I should say. Did get the bunt down, but pitcher for Appleton made a great play. Warner drives one out to left field. And coming in to make the easy catch was Charlie Bourbon. Brings up Mark Warner.
Left fielder number 16, Mark Warner.
Foley comes set. He's pitching out of the stretch. Good fastball, gets it by Warner for strike 1. If you're an old guy like me and you never see the ball, you just watch the outfielder. They tell you all you need to know. Next pitch, a little bit of an off-speed pitch, but it stayed up high. And Mark able to lay off of it. Breaking ball is up in the strike zone, but Warner again got it up in the air too high, and Bourbon out there makes the catch in the field. That brings up Harry Stout. Harry with 2 outs in the first inning
First
yesterday
baseman, number 19,
hit a home
Harry
run
Stout.
to give Sheboygan a 1-0 lead. They were able to go on and win 4-2 over Appleton. Harry in the same situation today as he was yesterday. See if we can get the same result. Eric's in the house. Hear him. It's just off the outside corner for ball 2. Hitters count with this 2-0 pitch. Foley trying to get a strike. And Harry is right there and drills it down the left field line. Goes to the fence. Durbin picks it up and fires it in, but not in time. Harry with a stand-up double.
Northwest Chemical cleanup batter, the third baseman, number 17, Jacob Neese.
Brings up Jacob Neese. Jacob leads the ball club in doubles with 16. Jacob was scuffling a good part of the season, was struggling to get that average up over 200. He's got it over 200 now. Hey, how you doing? A little more effective at the bat. Checks his swing and goes foul. Jacob in the hole now, no balls and 2 strikes. Wind is blowing a little bit more briskly now out towards left. Anything hitting that direction should get a boost. Sheboygan won their only game yesterday. They were not able to play the last game because of the weather. In the second game, West Allis beat Menasha. And then in the third game, the losers game, Appleton and Menasha squared off, and Menasha won that one by a score of 5-4. Very entertaining game. The game that was not played yesterday was this game right here. But from yesterday to today, they changed the format. Ball outside makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jacob. We still have a runner on second. That's Harry at that stand-up double. There are 2 outs, however. Bouncer to short. Rodman's throw across is in time, and that ends the first inning after 1 full inning of play, no score.
The floor is lava! The couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
The great taste of Sheboygan. What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
23 pitches in that first inning. Himself in a bit of a jam with the hit by pitch and walk, but he was able to work out of it, getting Charlie Turbin.
For West Dallas, center fielder number 5, Kyle Bullock.
Kyle Bullock, the center fielder, lead off the second. Bullock was 0 for 2 yesterday in West Dallas's game against the Mashup. Also drew a walk. That's one up in the air. Reed got a late break on it. Comes in and makes the catch. Just looking at Reed when that ball went up in the air, it's like he didn't see it right away.
Catcher number 00, Jacob Kaiser.
That'll happen on an early Sunday morning after a late Saturday night. Jacob Kaiser, catcher is up. There's something to be said about being effectively wild. I know Brad was effectively wild in the first, but he did get out of a jam, but I'd rather not have that happen. Kaiser not able to check his swing. 1-1 pitch. Breaks way outside. Times that 5-sided plate right in the middle is hard to throw the ball over. Two balls and 2 strikes. There's 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second. Another full count. Matt will take you through innings 3 and 4. Then we'll tag team it. I got 5, he has 6, and I get 7. Ball, strike 3. I didn't see the umpire's arm come out. But it is an out.
Shortstop number 6, Logan Rodeman.
Logan Rodeman is next. Logan made a nice play at shortstop. Bottom of the first against Jacob Neese. Flush follows that one out of play. Brad's record coming into today's ball game is 3 wins and 5 losses. Brad also has 3 saves. The line drive out to right. That's going to get down for a base hit. And it's going to be a good throw by Chris into the infield, but not in time. Rodeman with a stand-up double. Pardon me, sliding.
Third baseman number 4, Bryce Toussaint.
Bryce Toussaint is up next. Bryce came to bat late in the ball game yesterday. Struck out. Toussaint starting at third base in this ball game. All the infielders for Sheboygan are playing deep with 2 outs, and the outfield is deep also. First pitch comes in low. Steve Elliott, the West Dallas manager, is coaching third. Swing and a miss. Good fastball by Ryan Flesh. Strikeouts for Ryan Flesh on the season. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch comes in high, 2-2. Oh, strike 3. Brad Reinflesh and Sheboygan stops West Dallas here in the second after an inning and a half, no score.
January, February, into March and April, same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour, all the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
On August 15th, Sheboygan golf outing, the snipe will be happening. Want to get
Leading off
involved
with
with
the
that?
A's catcher, number 21, TJ Roberts.
He is president. Not sure how to get in touch with Scott. Go to the Sheboygan A's website. There's information on the golf outing and contact information. It's not too late to get involved in the snipe. Stepping in to lead off the bottom of the second for Sheboygan is TJ Roberts. Roberts was a DH in yesterday's ball game. He was 0 for 4, but he did drive in a run. It actually turned out to be the winning run in Sheboygan's 4-2 win over Appleton. One ball and 2 strikes to Roberts. And a miss. Good change of pace by Foley. Roberts was out in front. Brings up Joey Pettit.
Shortstop, number 25, Joey Pettit.
First pitch swinging. Armin makes a smooth pickup at short and throws out Pettit. Brings up Cole Erickson.
Designated hitter, number 35, Cole Erickson.
Erickson did not play in yesterday's ball game. He steps into the batter's box. He's hitting 286. That's a pretty good average. pitch is down low. Check that. Ball strike. 1-1 is the count. Swing and a miss. Foley, a big kid out there on the mound. Pitch is outside. Erickson, the big kid too, 6'1", 185. Swing and a miss. Good inside fastball by Foley. Gets Erickson after 2 complete. No score, and when we come back, Matt will take you through innings 3 and 4.
At Northwoods, we are a family. And like your family, our main concern is safety. As a leader in the cleaning and sanitation industry, we're doing our utmost to support and supply essential cleaning, sanitizing, and maintenance products to your family and business. And we're introducing new products, like our Cool Water Personal Hand Sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Welcome back here, top of the third, where it's still scoreless. I'm Matt Crow. I'll be taking you, as Mike said, through innings 3 and 4.
Leading off for West Allis.
And leading off for West Allis, Kyle Kelkoff. Kelkoff is 0 for 1 in today's game as he grounded out to second base. Nathan Ebersol. Ryan Flesch still on the mound for Sheboygan. That pitch inside for strike one. Ryan Flesch is making it work on the inside. That pitch just a tad outside for a ball one. Evens the count out at 1-1. Pitch is inside for ball two. Makes the count 2-1. This one is hit fouled right in front of the West Allis's dugout. Evens the count out at 2-2. Ryan Flesch already with 3 strikeouts in today's game. That pitch outside. Now Ryan Flesch working with another full count, 3-2. Ryan Flesch with the pitch, and it got him swinging for out number 1. That'll be Ryan Flesch's 4th strikeout. I'll bring up Jonah Meidel for West Allis. Flew out to Joey Pettit in the first inning. That breaking pitch in for strike one. Beautiful pitch from Ryan Flush. That game is hit back for strike two. This one is into right center, and Ross Chris is going and makes the catch for out number two. And Ross Chris running over from right field into shallow center right to make that a catch. This will bring up Alex Elliott, who his first at-bat was hit by the pitch by Ryan Flesh. This one is hit foul. And there's a crew for the foul balls. Remember, if you do get a foul ball, make sure you do return them to the concession stands, or you will receive a $1 coupon for any item. This one is sent to left field, and Mark Warner is there to get out number three. After 1-2-3 inning for Sheboygan, and just like that is 2.5 innings and still scoreless. After this, Sheboygan will be up to bat.
First inning. My friends over at Layers Distributing are looking to quench someone's thirst in this game with a nice ice cold beer. The Aces scored at least one run this half inning. They scored more.
I'm not usually.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird. And please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Welcome back here, bottom of the third. So, score still remains 0-0, but up now for Sheboygan is Nathan Ebersol. This is Ebersol's first at-bat. That second pitch is in for strike one, which evens the count out at 1-1. This one is hit back, foul for strike two. Swing and miss from Ebersol will result in out number one for Sheboygan. This brings up the speedster, JT Reed.
Center fielder, number 3, JT Reed.
Breaking pitch for Foley is just a tad outside for ball 1. That pitch is inside for ball 2. JT up on the count. That pitch inside for strike 1. Makes count 2-1 for JT Reed with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Still scoreless. This one is hit right to the second baseman. And an easy out for Wes Alice. That was hit right to Brian Hunzinger for that last play. And now this brings up the right fielder, Ross Chris. Chris flew out into left field in his first at-bat. That pitch outside for strike 1. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. And this is the lineup. This is a start of the lineup, top of the lineup, I should say, for Sheboygan. And that pitch low for ball 1. Using the count out at 1-1 for Sheboygan. This one is hit foul. As always, I do believe went into the woods of no return, but there's always a group of kids on that case. Brings up that pitch made the count 1-2 for Ross Chris. And 2 outs here. This one is into right field. And there to make the play is Meidel. So a 1-2-3 inning for Wes Alice. And after 3, we are still scoreless. And Wes Alice will be up in the top of the 4th. We'll be right back.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Welcome back here. Top of the 4th. Still remains scoreless. This brings up Brian Hunzinger for Wes Alice. Hunzinger is 0 for 1, walked on his first at-bat in the first inning. That breaking pitch just hangs a little high for ball 1. Second pitch from Rhineflesh is a tad outside for ball 2. Makes the count 2-0. That pitch right over to play for strike 1. Rhineflesh seems like he's getting to a little bit of a groove now. This one is hit foul. And that will even the count at 2-2. Usual spot for Rhineflesh. And this one is hits the pole for the second day in a row. That foul ball still makes the count 2-2. That pitch high and inside for ball 3, and a full count again for Rhineflesh. Rhineflesh has had 54 pitches, and it's only the 4th inning. Had a long first inning. This one is sitting to right center field. JT Reed is there to make the easy out for out number 1. And this will bring out the left fielder of West Allis, Charlie Bourbon. Bourbon struck out on his first at bat. Rhineflesh has been getting a couple of those 3-2 counts, able to pull through. That pitch inside for ball 1. That pitch breaks outside for ball 2. Swing and a miss from Bourbon. Be strike 1. Counts 2-1. Only 1 out here at the top of the 4th. Nice pitch inside. Change the speed. Swing and miss from Bourbon again. Makes the count 2-2. That one just ticked foul back. Count still remains 2-2. Pitch from Rhineflesh, and this one is popped up in foul territory. Harry is there and makes the out for out number 2.
Center fielder, number 5, Kyle Bullock.
This brings up Kyle Bullock for West Allis. Bullock flew out into center field as first at bat in the second inning. Pitch just a tad inside for ball 1. Rhineflesh gave all the heat that he could on that one. That one right over the plate for strike 1, evens the count out at 1-1. This one is hit into center field, and JT Reed is there to make the catch. 1-2-3 again for Sheboygan. And after 3.5, still scoreless. Sheboygan's up to bat next.
The floor is lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the fourth, where Sheboygan will lead off. It will be Mark Warner who will lead off the inning. And a very good defensive game if you like defensive baseball. Still 0-0 and only 1 hit for each team.
Leading off for the A's, left fielder number 16.
And at this point, just a little over halfway through the game, I think it's going to come down to which team makes the first error. And 1 error will be crucial in this type of game. That pitch is high and inside for ball 1. Foldy's still on the mound for West Allis. Pitch is inside for ball 2. Mark Warner flew out on his first at bat into left field. And that pitch on outside corner for strike 1 makes count 2-1. That pitch high for 3-1 count. This pitch is hit backwards in foul territory and makes count 3-2. Three-two count for Mark Warner. Follows this one back. Still remains 3-2. Foldy with a 3-2 count. This one is hit straight up. Missed us again. Count's still 3-2. Mark Warner is hanging in there. And that'll be ball 4 on a wild pitch. And Warner will take his place at first base. Now that will bring up Harry Stelp, the home run leader with 11, as he hit his 11th home run yesterday. And we do have an injury report, 2 for Sheboygan. T.D. Walker and Jimmy Jurgensen. Jurgensen is usually the designated hitter and sometimes will play first. And T.D. Walker, the great center fielder, broke his hand on a hit by pitch. Do believe it was the It was about a week ago. Got hit by pitch. And Warner's going. Pitch is low. And is safe. Bad pitch from the catcher. Kaiser was striking. It counts 0-2 for Harry. Don't know how Jurgensen hurt his wrist, but he's in the cast with TD Walker, and that is our injury report. And Harry's facing an 0-2 count. See top of your screen, Warner leading off a little bit. Harry is 1 for 1, had a stand-up double in the first inning. Breaking pitch. That pitch inside for ball 1 for Harry. 1-2 is the count. Pitch inside again. Makes count even at 2-2. Looking over at West Allis, they do have someone in their bullpen warming up. Can't see who. That pitch just low and outside for ball 3. So after going down 0-2 is now a full count. Foley now comes set on the mound. Delivers, and this one is hit right to third. Warner backs off. And out number 1 for West Allis. I'll bring up Jacob Neese for Sheboygan. Northwoods Chemical cleanup batter. Neese is 0 for 1, grounded out in the first inning. That pitch low and outside for ball 1. Anything past the catcher, I assume Warner should be taking off for third. As this Warner, the base runner, is extremely important as it's tied at 0. That pitch low again for ball 2. Jacob Neese is up on the count, 2-0 with 1 out here. Breaking pitch inside for ball 3. Up on deck is TJ Roberts. That pitch in for strike 1, just on the outside. Jacob Neese has 41 RBIs this season, second on the team. That first place is Harry. That one, it will go foul for strike 2. So a 3-0 count turns into a 3-2 count for Jacob Neese. Flag moving right to left, so anything into left field will get boosted. And here comes the pitch, and high for ball 4. In a pinch, and Neese will come over for walk, and now the manager for West Allis coming out to the mound. Steve Elliott, the manager for West Allis, and there will be a pitching change. Number 28, Antonio Valadez, and Mike Mike will get you the numbers for Foldy. In the meantime, we will let Valadez warm up, and we'll take a short break. Still tied at 0-0 right after this.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3.
Welcome back here. After a quick warm-up from Valdez, we're ready to resume play. We'll bring up TJ Roberts.
Catcher number 21.
Roberts struck out his first at-bat in the second inning. Now, Sheboygan has 2 base runners on. And Roberts swings and misses on that one for strike 1. And Warner's going, this is into left field. And it goes foul. TJ Roberts with an 0-2 count now. Warner was going on trying to steal. Warner in scoring position for Sheboygan. 1 out here, bottom of the 4th. That one in the dirt, but nice stop by Kaiser. For ball 1, count is now 1-2. Valdez did pitch 2 innings yesterday. And that one in for strike 3, and TJ Roberts strikes out looking. Now with 2 outs and 2 very important runners on base, but the most important one is Mark Warner there on second. This will bring up Joey Pettit. Pettit is 0 for 1 in today's game, grounded out in the second inning. We do have the numbers for Foldy. Foldy pitched 3 in the 3rd inning, gave up 1 hit, walked 2 batters, and struck out 3, and didn't give up any home runs, and he is responsible for the 2 runners on base. After that pitch inside for strike 2, Pettit is down an 0-2 count. There's 2 outs here. And the pitch, and that's down low for ball 1. Makes the count 1-2. Valdez with the pitch, and Pettit will strike out swinging. And 2 runners left on base on that inning for Sheboygan. Michael will take you through the 5th inning. And after 4, it is still tied 0-0.
Hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
At Northwoods, we are a family. And like your family, our main concern is safety. As a leader in the cleaning and sanitation industry, we're doing our utmost to support and supply essential cleaning, sanitizing, and maintenance products to your family and business. And we're introducing new products, like our Cool Water Personal Hand Sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
0-0, Jacob Kaiser.
Jacob Kaiser will lead off the top of the fifth for West Dallas. Kaiser doing a good job behind the plate. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. On September 11th, it's Saturday, September 11th, the Sheboygan A's will be holding a broad fry at Miesfeld's Meats. That begins at 9 o'clock in the morning and runs until 2:30. It's a fundraiser for Sheboygan. Good idea to get out there and get a couple of double brats and a couple of double hamburgers. That's kind of what Matt has for breakfast.
Yes, big wrestler diet.
Matt is a wrestler, he's got to watch his weight. Fortunately, he's not in the unlimited class.
That's not a thing anymore.
That ball's out of play. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Jacob. So Matt, if they don't have an unlimited class, what's the highest?
Well, the highest would be 285, which is the highest for high school and college now. Had to, my practice partner last year was actually our 285. It wasn't the 285 like, oh, he's 240 right in the middle. He was a full 285. You can't wrestle. You got cut. You got cut down 15 pounds.
All right, that pitch is way outside. Makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Shortstop number 6, Logan Rodman. Third baseman number 4, Bryce Toussaint. baseman number 8, Kyle Elkoff.
Number 2, it'll be Menasha against West Dallas.
Get out of here, come on, let's get out of here. Don't score one up, kid.
Right fielder number 29, Jonah Miles.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Leading off for the A's, designated hitter, number 35, Cole Erickson. Second baseman, number 2, Nathan Eversole. Center fielder, number 3, J.P. Green. Right fielder, number 31, Russ Chris.
The floor is lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Welcome back here. Top of the 6th, we're still scoreless.
Leading off for West
Alice.
Number 23, Alex Elliott.
It'll be Alex Elliott who's 0 for 2 in today's game. Breaking pitch in for strike 1 from Ryan Flesh. 7-inning game, so almost just two innings to go here, and it's still scoreless. That ball is low for ball 1. Breaking pitch, and that goes foul. Will be strike 2. 1-2 is the count for Elliott. The pitch is high and outside for ball 2. Evens out the count at 2-2. Pitch is high and outside again for ball 3. And yet again, Ryan Flesh is facing a full count again. Pitch from Ryan Flesh is hit into left center. And over there is Mark Warner to make the catch for out number 1. use their speed, and JT Reed was there also, but Warner is there for the out.
Second baseman, number
This brings up
21,
Brian Hunsinger. Hunsinger is 0 for 2 in today's game. That pitch is outside for ball 1. Solo hit for Sheboygan is Harry's double in the first inning. Pitch from Ryan Flesh is out and foul. And the ball is in the parking lot. Counts even at 1-1 with one out here. The pitch is in for strike 2. Nice pitch by Brad Rhineflesh. Makes count 1-2 with one out here. This one is hit. And Harry backs up and makes a grab for out number 2. Kind of a little awkward floater there. But Harry's there to make the play. This will bring up Charlie Bourbon.
Number 35, Charlie Bourbon.
Bourbon's 0 for 2 in today's game. Now, different ball. Ryan Flesh requested. Time from the umpire. Now, do believe we should be good to go. That pitch in for strike 1. That pitch inside for strike 2. 0-2 count with 2 outs here on top of the 6. Pitch from Ryan Flesh is high for ball 1. Counts 1-2 for Charlie Bourbon. That pitch low and outside for ball 2, evens the count out at 2-2. Comes the pitch. That's inside for ball 3. That was pitch number 100 for Brad Rhineflesh. And this one is hit right up the gut. And Pettit's there and makes the throw the first. And gets in time for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Sheboygan. And they'll be looking to take the lead in the bottom of the 6th right after this.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you
We
lemons.
know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello.
Nice. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Welcome back here. Welcome back here. Bottom of the sixth, still scoreless. Leading off for Sheboygan is Mark Warner. Warner is 0 for 1 with a walk, which he did reach second on. That pitch outside for strike one. That pitch, it will be strike two, so the count is 0 for 2 for Mark Warner. This one is hit foul into New Jersey Avenue. Count still 0-2 for Mark Warner. And this one is hit to center field. And laying out for the catch, the center fielder, Bullock, will get the out. This will bring up Harry Stelt. Stelt is 1 for 2 in today's game, has a solo hit for Sheboygan. Pitch right down the middle, changed up the speed, and Harry swung for strike one. That one's inside, breaking pitch for strike two. Harry's in the hole with an 0-2 count now with one out here. And that pitch hits the dirt before even crosses home plate. Good stop by Kaiser. Counts 1-2 for Harry Stelt. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Harry is a home run leader for the club. And checks his swing. And called strike three. And now bring up Jacob Neese. So Harry Stelt strikes out. This brings up Jacob Neese. That pitch over the plate for strike one. That pitch was well outside, but Neese swung for strike two. Yet again, Sheboygan's down on 0-2 count. And this one is hit. And Hunzinger picks us up. And Neese will not get there in time. After 6, still scoreless. Mike will take you through the final inning. Hopefully Sheboygan will shut out West Alice. 0-0 right after this.
We are a family, and like your family, our main concern is safety. As a leader in the cleaning and sanitation industry, we're doing our utmost to support and supply essential cleaning, sanitizing, and maintenance products to your family and business. And we're introducing new products, like our Cool Water Personal Hand Sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Getting ready to start inning number 7. West Dallas will send up Kyle Bullock, their center fielder. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Flew out twice.
Leading off for West Dallas, center fielder number 5, Kyle Bullock.
For us so far, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors for West Dallas. Sheboygan, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. Sheboygan only has Harry's first inning double. Sheboygan, Rodman has the 2 hits for West Dallas, a double in the second, and a single in the 5th. He'll be the 3rd batter this inning. Kyle Bullock's check swing falls that pitch back, makes the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Stelt at first, Ebersol at second, Lease at 3rd, and Pettit at short. We have Warner, Reed, and Christ in the outfield. Bouncing ball to Joey, his throw across is just in time. Bullock showing the good wheels. Wasn't quite fast enough.
Catcher number 00, Jacob Kaiser.
Doing the pitching for Sheboygan. Jacob Kaiser next up. Pretty quiet crowd today. Pitches low. 3 balls and no strikes to Kaiser. See if well, he's not going to battle back. He walks Kaiser with 1 out in the 7th, and that brings up Logan Rodman, who has a couple of hits today. Matter of fact, I mentioned
Shortstop
the
number
only
6,
2 hits for West
Logan
Dallas.
Rodman.
Fine flesh trying to keep the shutout going. That mic over there. Hanging out. Delay in the action. Not sure what's happening. He brought a courtesy runner or pinch runner in. Not sure. Well, that's still Kaiser over at first. I think we had some equipment issues with Kaiser. That's why there was a delay. Flesh comes set and delivers. Which is called a strike. I think Rindfleisch caught a bit of a break on that pitch. Looked low and outside, but it was called a strike. 1-1 is the count. Kaiser on it first, not taking a real big lead. A bouncing ball down the third base side, but fouled. Count to batter Logan Rodeman. Westell, the shortstop, is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Slowed a little bit. He was moving along pretty quickly. This top half of the 7th has been a bit slow. That pitch looked pretty good, but no strike call. Evens the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss. The batter is out with the runner on first, but it does allow Kaiser, the runner at first, to advance on the pass ball. There are 2 outs, and that'll bring up Bryce Toussaint. But it looks like we're having a pinch hitter. Gavin Bennett is going to pinch hit for Toussaint. Bennett, a left-handed swinger. Bennett climbs in. Another big moment for Rindfleisch in the ball game. He was in a jam way back in the first. Had runners on second base in the 2nd and the 5th also, and now here in the 7th. He's used to the pressure. Time is called at home plate by Bennett. Kaiser's on at second base. He got on base via the walk, and then on the strikeout to Rodeman, was able to advance the second when Roberts, the Sheboygan catcher, was not able to hang on to the pitch. That pitch is a ball, and evens the count now at 1-1. In the bottom of the 7th, Sheboygan will have Roberts, Pettit, and Erickson up. But we need to work out of the 7th. Bennett, like I mentioned, is the pinch hitter. He's hitting for Toussaint, the number 9 batter in the order. If he reaches Bennett, that'll bring up Kyle Kalkoff, the leadoff hitter. Another pitch up and away. Rindfleisch has 3 walks in the ball game and 7 strikeouts. He's only allowed 2 hits. That pitch is in there. And that makes the count 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Infield is deep at all 4 spots. And the payoff pitch is fouled back. Bennett trying to give his team the lead. And Rindfleisch trying to keep West Dallas scoreless so his team can win it in the bottom of the 7th. Menasha getting ready to play game number 2. That'll be against West Dallas. Swing and a miss. Rindfleisch with the strikeout, his 8th of the ball game. And as we head to the bottom of the 7th, no score.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly... Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up. In my life! I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my... Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down! Get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back! My back! I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Are serious. And kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Getting ready to start the bottom of the 7th. TJ Roberts will lead off the inning. On the season, well, these are not up to date, but coming into yesterday's game, he was hitting .361 in limited action with 5 doubles, a triple, and a home run. So a lot of extra base hit potential for Roberts.
Leading off for the A's, the catcher number 21, TJ Roberts.
Roberts 0 for 2. Antonio Valadez still on the mound for the Nationals. There's a high hopper over the head of the third baseman, Bennett, and Roberts is on first. I got to imagine we'll see a base hit, pinch runner for Roberts. Let's see what Tim Moyer does. He's standing in front of the dugout. Hands on knees. Joey Pettit is up. And moving in at third base is Bennett. And a good bunt by Pettit. And the throw over is in time to get him, but a great sacrifice bunt advances Roberts into scoring position. Now let's see what Moyer does. Sometimes the substituting is dependent on who you have left on the bench. And Tim does not have any other available catchers. He may have to leave Roberts in to run. Cole Erickson up. Cole stuck his bat out and then pulled it back as if he were going to bunt. Didn't matter, it was a called strike. Erickson 0 for 2 in the ball game. Little dancing around going on. over at second base with Rodeman and Roberts, and there was a situation where if you had a faster runner at second, he might have been able to advance to third on that ball that tipped off the glove of Jacob Kaiser. One and one to Erickson. Breaking pitch in there for strike two. Good breaking ball by Valadez. Valadez has gone 3 innings now with the 1 out in this 7th inning. He's only allowed 1 hit. Pitch is outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Roberts edging off of second base. Ball is lifted out into short left field. Rodeman ranges back and makes the catch. And that'll bring up Nate Ebersol.
Second baseman number 2, Nathan Ebersol.
Ebersol is 0 for 1 with a walk. Roberts still on second base. Pitch is right in there for strike one. Sheboygan's had trouble hitting all day, but they need one right here. This could mean the ball game. Nathan fouls that pitch back. Oh, he's down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Roberts jumps to a lead. Pitch is just off the outside corner for ball 1. Well, I don't know how you can take that pitch. It was awfully close. Ebersol got away with it that time. Valadez comes set on the mound. And that fastball is a little bit low. Kaiser calling a good game behind the plate for the Nationals, as is Roberts for Sheboygan. TJ on at second base. Ebersol getting ready, looking for the base hit here on this pitch. And that ball hits Nathan. Well, it's not exactly what we wanted, but we'll take it. And that'll bring up JT Reed. Reed is 0 for 2. He grounded to second twice. Ross Christ waiting on deck. Reed trying to win the ball game right here with the base hit. The pitch looked like it might have been low and inside. Reed swung at it though and fouled it back. 1-1 is the count. Roberts out at second base carries the winning run for Sheboygan in this Class A state tournament. Ebersol is at first base. He reached on the hit by pitch. Roberts reached on that bouncing ball that went over Bennett's head at third base. Bouncing ball out to second. Hunsaker gets the force out at second, and that ends the 7th inning. We'll move on to the 8th.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Well, there's a difference between speed and quickness. We're into extra innings in this first game. Sunday action in the Class A state tournament. And leading off the 8th inning will be the leadoff hitter for West Dallas, Kyle Kalkoff. Ryan Flish still on the mound for Sheboygan. He's only allowed 2 hits, 3 walks, and does have 8 strikeouts. He's pitched a dandy of a ball game. And for his efforts of pitching so well in innings 1 to 7, he gets to keep going in inning number 8. Little tapper. Ryan Flesh makes the throw over to first for the out. And that brings up Jonah Meidel.
Right fielder, number 29, Jonah Meidel.
Meidel is 0 for 3 in the ball game. He's hit the ball in the air every time, popped to short, and then flew out to right and center. Meidel, the right fielder for the West Dallas Nationals. Takes that first pitch outside for ball 1. Turning out to be a pretty nice day. Ryan Flesh gets his sign from Roberts and throws the 1-1 pitch, and it's a breaking ball for strike 2. Meidel in the hole now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that ball's right up the middle, a base hit. Ryan Flesh waved his glove at it, but couldn't get it up in time.
Designated hitter, number 23, Alex Elliott.
That brings up Alex Elliott, the DH. Meidel with good speed is on at first base to keep an eye on him. Brian Hunsinger, the second baseman, is on deck. It's been a grind for both teams. Foley went 3 1/3 for the Nationals. And Valadez now has gone 3 2/3. It's a drive out into deep right field. That's going to go to the wall. It's going to be at least a double. Meidel racing around third. He'll score easily. And the Nationals have the lead on back-to-back hits. A single by Meidel and now a run-scoring double by Alex Elliott. And that's going to bring up Brian Hunsinger.
Second baseman, number 21, Brian Hunsinger.
Elliott is number 23 down here, I think. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch is in for strike one. West Allis on top. They broke through with a Alex Elliott run-scoring double to the right center field wall. Meidel, with his good speed, was able to race all the way around the bases and score. Hunsinger 0 for 2 in the ball game, is down on the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That ball is hit through into left field. Elliott will advance to third. And Hunsinger's on it first with a base hit. And that's 3 straight hits in a row now for West Allis.
Left fielder, number 35, Charlie Bourbon.
That brings up Charlie Bourbon. See what Sheboygan does with their infield, trying to cut off that second run. 133 pitches for Ryan Flesch. Breaking pitch is a strike. When Sheboygan comes up in the bottom of the 8th, they'll have the top of the order, Christ, Warner, and Stelt. Another breaking pitch is in for strike 2. Hunsinger not taking a real big lead at first base. Double play would look really nice in the inning with only 1 run scoring for West Allis. Bourbon playing left field for the Nationals in this ball game. And Ryan Flesch strikes out Charlie Bourbon for the second time in the ball game. And that's going to bring up Kyle Bullock, the center fielder.
Center fielder, number 5, Kyle Bullock.
West Allis has the lead, 1-0. Hunsinger tried to get in a rundown, but Roberts, the catcher, wasn't having anything of it. He just allowed him to go, give Hunsinger a stolen base. Breaking pitch is up high. 2-0 is the count to the center fielder, Kyle Bullock. Pitch is fouled straight back. Good rip by Bullock, but wasn't able to square it up. We heard there were some technical difficulties. You had trouble hearing Matt and myself. We think we've got that fixed. Hopefully we do. Rindfleisch getting set to deliver the pitch. And that's outside. Makes the count 3-1. Jacob Kaiser is waiting on deck. Runners on at second and third. And that's ball 4. And Tim Moyer coming out. Be interesting to see what he does here. 142 pitches for Rindfleisch. Looks like Sheboygan's going to be making a pitching change. Rindfleisch didn't want to give the ball up. He wanted to finish it, but he pitched a whale of a ball game. Joey Pettit, the Sheboygan shortstop, is going to come in to pitch. And Sheboygan will lose their designated hitter, Cole Erickson, as Bennett Becker will come in to play shortstop. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll give you all the position changes and all that other vital information.
The floor is lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
The great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Joey Pettit now in pitching for Sheboygan. Bennett Becker comes in for Cole Erickson in the 7th position of the batting order to play short. For Joey, this is his 13th appearance. He has an ERA of 2.39, and he'll face Jacob Kaiser. Kaiser 0 for 2 in the ball game. West Dallas has the lead 1-0, and they have the bases loaded with 2 outs. First pitch is in for a strike. West Dallas able to string 3 base hits in a row. A bouncing ball to Becker at short. His throw across is in time to finally end the inning, and after all that action, West Dallas was able to grab the lead, but only score 1 run. Sheboygan will be trying to tie it up and possibly take the lead in the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back.
I'm not usually... I've never really been been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up. In my life. I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my heart.
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back! I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Who was a former A, right? Okay. Defensive change for West Dallas. Rob Coe is over at first base. Valadez still on the mound for West Dallas, and Ross Chris leading off the 8th inning. Hits one right to Hunsinger, and that's out number 1 in the 8th inning. Sheboygan down 1-0. That brings up Mark Warner.
Left fielder, number 16, Mark Warner.
Warner reached on a walk back in the 4th and stole second, but was not able to score. Sheboygan has just not been hitting today. Only 2 hits in the ball game. West Dallas has 1 run on 5 hits. Sheboygan no runs on 2 hits. That pitch is called a strike and evens the count on Warner. 1-1. Tapper, Valadez bounces off the mound and then throws it wide. Cole made the catch, but in his efforts to catch it, his foot was off the bag. That's the first error of the ball game. Let's see if Sheboygan can capitalize. Brings up Harry Stelt. And of course, the first thing you think about with Harry up to bat being the home run leader is, can he win the ball game with a big fly? 2-1. Little bouncer. Is it going to drop in right field? It will. It's a base hit. Warner dives into second base, safe. Harry, with a little blooper, gets a base hit. And it was all the result of Warner running on the pitch. It took the infielders out of position. The thing with it is it was hit a little too high, and West Dallas had a shot at it, and that forced Warner to have to stop between first and second. Once he saw it dropped, he was able to get the second, but that was all the advance he could have. 1 base. Steve Elliott out to the mound talking to his players. Jacob Neese is next for Sheboygan. Elliott is going to leave Valadez in the ball game. Antonio has allowed only 1 walk, 2 hits now, and does have 4 strikeouts. Neese looking to rip one in the gap. Anything hit to the outfield, Warner has a good chance of scoring. He has good speed. And Valadez starts Neese off with a couple of strikes. Jacob down on the count. And takes that pitch outside. Good teaser pitch by Valadez, but Neese didn't fall for it. There's a drive into the gap. That'll get down for extra bases. We're going to be at least tied. And they're saying the ball rolled under the fence. It's going to be a round rule double. Harry should keep running. Harry needs to run home. And if they rule it out of the park because of a under the fence deal, it'd be a ground rule double. But if that's not the case, Harry has now scored the winning run. They're going to say ground rule double. And they're going to send the runners back. But Neese hits his 17th double of the season to tie up the ball game. And that's going to bring up T.J. Roberts. Roberts singled his last time up.
Number 21, T.J. Roberts.
Sheboygan has a chance. There's only one out. We've got a runner on third. A good hitter and Roberts up. Let's see if he can come through. It's that first pitch, a bouncer foul down the third base side. Valadez in his first 2 2/3 innings of work looked untouchable. Sheboygan has gotten to him here in the 8th. Pitch is a strike. Roberts is going to have to battle now. Roberts swinging at that fastball and fouls it off. Had a good rip at it. Harry's on at third. He's the winning run. Jacob Neese on at second with a ground rule double. Pitch is outside. Valadez looks like he knows what he's doing out there on the mound. Hopefully Roberts can figure him out. Fastball inside, evens the count at 2-2. TJ, like I said, singled his last time up, trying to get a deep fly ball to get Harry home. Couldn't check his swing on a high fastball, and he's down on strikes. That brings up Bennett Becker. Joey Pettit, pardon me. Joey Pettit is up.
25, Joey Pettit.
Joey is 0 for 2 of the sacrifice. Can win it for himself right here. Takes that first pitch outside for ball 1. That pitch is looked up in the strike zone, and that's how umpire Wood saw it, so he called it a strike, a high strike. 1-1 is the count. A lot of room behind second base for a base hit up the middle. Rodham, the shortstop, is pretty much playing in his normal spot. The second baseman, Hunsinger, was shaded to his right, leaves a big gap right up the middle. And that's called strike 3. Pettit took it. Got to be swinging at that pitch. When we come back for inning number 9, it'll be Matt taking you through.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Light on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then our dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Welcome back here, top of the 9th, where it's all tied up at 1 apiece. Joy Pettit on the mound for Sheboygan. No batting for West Alice.
Leading off for West Dallas, the shortstop, number 6, Logan Rodeman.
Is Logan Rodeman. Rodeman is 2 for 3. This is extra innings. That first pitch inside for ball 1. That pitch in for strike 1 evens out the count at 1-1. And this one is fouled back for strike 2. Counts 1-2 on Rodeman. Swing and miss to Rodeman, and out he goes. Out number 1 for Sheboygan. Well, this will bring out Gavin Bennett.
Number 10, Braden Gorecki.
Excuse me, Braden Gorecki. This will be Gorecki's first at-bat in today's game. Bennett's pitch is outside for ball 1. Breaking pitch hangs high for ball 2.
He looks a little bit too tall for the guy that was out there.
And that pitch is right down the pipe for strike 1. Makes the count 2-1.
Although Gorecki played third yesterday and that Gavin Bennett was the catcher.
Swing and miss from Gorecki. Evens out the count at 2-2. Pitch in the dirt for ball 3. Full count for Gorecki.
There we go. Every batter's starts with a 1-1 count.
3-2. And here it comes, and this is popped straight up. Mark has it. They call for Mark, and Mark is there to make the catch. Bennett was out in the outfield, and JT Reed was coming up, and they handed it off to Mark Warner. He's there to make the easy out for out number 2. And this will be
number 31,
Rob Coe. This will also be his first at bat. Pettit's pitch is in for strike 1. Be curious to see what West Allis does. See if they'll leave their pitcher, Valadez, on the mound. And that's hit by pitch. So Rob Coe takes his place at first, and Jonah Milo is up for West Allis. Milo is 1 for 4 in today's game.
Scored their only run.
And scored their only run. That pitch is in for strike 1. That breaking pitch. This one is it. Neese fumbles it. And now Neese throws it. And now they're going to stop. Everyone advances. Harry told him to hang on to it, but Neese threw it and ended up being way off. Now runners on second and third.
2 errors, E3, E5, E5.
There'll be 2 errors on Neese. This will bring up Alex Elliott. Neese gets 2 errors from fumbling the ball and then making the inaccurate throw to Harry. But there are 2 outs. But not with 2 runners on second and third. Pitch from Pettit is fouled. Goes behind Roberts. 0-1's the count with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. That pitch is outside for 1-1. Right flash comes set. This is delivered and strike 2 and swing and a miss by Elliott. Counts 1-2 with 2 outs here. Sheboygan looking to get out of this half inning. Pitch. This is fouled back. Would have been a ball. Elliott took a swung at it and it went backwards. Count still remains 1-2.
Did we hear that one last year? Swung at it and it went backwards.
Pettit's pitch. Swing and a miss for out number 3. Sheboygan's able to pull through. And after 8.5 innings is tied 1 apiece. Sheboygan will be up in the bottom of the 9th right after this.
The flying lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the 9th. Pitching change for West Alice. Brandon Billy out on the mound for West Alice. Up to bat. Up to bat is Bennett Becker. And we do have the numbers for Antonia Valadez. Pitched 4 2/3 innings. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run. That run was not earned. Walked 1 batter and struck out 6 batters. This one is ripped down foul. 0-1 count for Bennett Becker. Billy's pitch, breaking pitch inside. Evens the count out at 1-1. That pitch right over the plate for strike 2. Count for Becker is 1-2. Pitch, and this one is going right to third base. And now throws in time for out number 1. And now this will bring up Nathan Ebersol.
Second baseman number 2, Nathan Ebersol.
Ebersol is 0 for 1 with a walk and a hit by pitch. See if he can spark something here. That breaking pitch hangs high for ball 1.
Bill Gorecki is at third.
That one inside for strike 1. Use the count out at 1-1. If one out here in the bottom of the 9th. That one in the dirt, and Ebersol swung. Strike 2 counts 1-2.
You got one left here, kiddo. Get a hit.
And Billy's pitch is just a tad out. Is in for strike 3. Now I'll bring up JT Reed. Reed is 0 for 3. He's due for a hit. Actually, a nice hit out to the right field fence. That pitch in for strike 1.
So the guy
With 2
catches
outs.
the ball, then he swings the bat. Said, oh, I should have swung at that one.
That one breaking pitch. Swing and miss from JT Reed for strike 2. And this one is hit right to the second baseman. An easy throw for out number 3. After 9, still tied 1-1. Mike will take you through the 10th inning. And we'll be right back. Extra innings and extra innings.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you
We
lemons.
know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Brian Hunsinger will lead off the 10th inning for West Allis. We're tied at 1. It was originally scheduled as a 7-inning game, but with no score through 7, we had to go into extra innings. West Allis scored first in the 8th inning. They got a run, and then Sheboygan was able to tie it up, and nobody scored in the 9th, and here we are in the 10th. Joey Pettit still on the mound for Sheboygan. He came in relief of Brad Reinflesch. Reinflesch went 7 2/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, walked 4 and struck out 9. Great effort on his part. And Joey Pettit's done an admirable job. And Hunsinger goes down on strikes, and Roberts throws him out at first. You know what? You go down to one of the teams, just ask us to take a page or 2 from the back of the book.
Left fielder, number 35, Charlie Bourbon.
Explain the situation. Pitch is down low for ball 1. Charlie Bourbon. Pettit's next pitch is a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. There's 1 out. We're in the top of the 10th inning. We're all tied up at 1. First game of Sunday action in the Class A Wisconsin State baseball tournament. Just a bit high and inside. That pitch was so high and inside it wasn't even chin music. Pitch is bounced down the third base side, but foul. The defense for Sheboygan is pretty much the same as it's been the last couple innings. Stelt at first, Ebersol at second. Bennett took over for Pettit at short. Joey now pitching, and Neese remains at third. The outfield is Warner, Reed, and Christ. No change there. TJ Roberts behind the plate. He's caught the whole game so far. Pettit bounces that pitch in. Count is now 3-2 to Charlie Bourbon. Bourbon 0 for 4 in the ball game. Still have 2 more games to go in this round robin format. Pitch is outside for ball 4. First walk given up by Pettit.
Center fielder, number 5, Kyle Bullock.
Bourbon, with pretty good speed at first. You'll need to keep an eye on him. And that brings up Kyle Bullock. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Pettit comes set. Bourbon not moving. That pitch way outside and in the dirt. Wild pitch. West Dallas with a man in scoring position with only 1 out. Count to Bullock is 2-0. Ball is driven out to left, but Warner is right there to make the catch for out number 2. Ball was hit hard, but Warner able to make the grab, and that brings up Jacob Kaiser.
Catcher, number 00, Jacob Kaiser.
Kaiser's done a nice job behind the plate for the Nationals. Like Roberts, he's caught the whole game. Bourbon on at second. Pettit's first pitch is a little bit high for ball 1. When we go to the bottom of the 10th, it'll be the top of the order for Sheboygan. Christ, Warner, and Stelt. Roberts calling time, wanting to reset the clock in terms of his signs to Pettit. Pitch is in for a strike. 1-1. Ball is swung and fouled off. Bourbon was on the move on the pitch, but was fouled out of play. He'll have to go back to second base. Bennett Becker was trying to keep him close, moving in behind him, but Bourbon held his ground and then broke on the pitch. Luckily, it was fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kaiser. Pitch is a little bit high. Evens the count, 2-2. We're all tied at 1. We're in the top of the 10th inning. This was supposed to be a 7-inning ball game. That ball looked like it was in for a strike, and it is. Called strike 3 on Kaiser, and that ends the top of the 10th. When we come back, it'll be the top of the order for Sheboygan.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly... Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up. In my life. I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my... Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back! I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Ross Christ, approaching home plate, is going to lead off the 10th inning for Sheboygan. Ross has had a tough go of it today at the bat. He's 0 for 4. He's hit the ball every time, but for the most part has not really hit it hard yet. Takes that first pitch for ball 1. Brandon Billy in for his second inning of work for Westell. Line drive taken by the first baseman, Coe, and he outraces Chris to the bag for out number 1 here in the 10th.
Left fielder, number 16, Mark Warner.
Mark Warner is up next. Warner scored Sheboygan's lone run. He hit that little topper to the left of the mound. And Valadez made a pretty good play, bounced off the mound nicely to get it. And then his throw to first was wide. And Warner was able to reach and then come around and score on Jacob Neese's double. Warner hits that 0-2 pitch down the right field side, but just foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes to Mark. Billy delivers that 0-2 pitch and just a tad outside. Good eye by Warner. Ball bounces in the dirt, and Warner was not able to check his swing. He's struck out, and then tag was made by Kaiser to finish him off. And that brings up Harry Stelt.
Number 19, Harry Stelt.
Harry has a couple hits today. Had a ringing double in the first and then a bloop single in the 8th. First pitch is in for a strike. Left fielder his heels are almost touching the warning track out there. The center fielder is very deep, as is the right fielder. Harry pops it up on the infield. And coming over and making the catch was Gorecki on that high pop-up, and that ends the 10th inning. Matt will be back to take you through the 11th inning.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Welcome back here, top of the 11th now. Yeah, let me tell you, it's been a very long game. Now, leading off for West Alice is Logan Rodeman. Rodeman is 2 for 4. Struck on his last 2 at-bats. Let's see if Sheboygan. This one is fouled for strike 1. Pettit is still on the mound for Sheboygan. That pitch is inside for ball 1. Evens the count out at 1-1. Pitch inside again for ball 2. Makes the count 2-1. This pitch is hit right to Ebersol. Ebersol makes a throw to Harry for out number 1. Usually a regular game of baseball is 9 innings, as we like to call it here, where extra innings and extra innings. This will bring it up Braden Gorecki, fill in third baseman. Dubley's 0 for 1. 0 for 1 flow into left field. This pitch is outside for ball 1. Pitch just a tad outside for ball 2. Counts 2-0. Pitch from Pettit. Swing and a miss from Gorecki for strike one. That one's in the dirt for ball three. Counts 3-1 on Gorecki. Here comes a pitch. This outside for ball four. And Gorecki will take his place at first. And this will bring up Rob Cole, the first baseman.
First baseman, number 31, Rob Cole.
Cole is 0 for 0 with a hit by pitch. Pitch from Pettit. This one is hit straight up. TJ Roberts is there to make the easy out. Out number 2. This will bring up Jonah Meidel. Meidel is 1 for 5 in today's game. Now 2 outs for Sheboygan. This one is fouled for strike one. Saw that rolled back. To put in perspective how late this game is running, we're supposed to start our other game at 1:30. It's now 2 o'clock, and this game started at 11:10. Pitch, and the runner's going. This one is into left field. It just goes foul. So 0-2 count on Jonah Meidel. And Rob Cole will go over to back to first base. Now 0-2 pitch. And swing and a miss for out number 3. Nice pitching by Joey Pettit. And after 10.5 innings, it is still tied at 1.
The floor is lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
The great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the 11th inning.
Leading off for the A's, Sunoco's Chemical Cleanup at
Leading off for Sheboygan, Northwoods Chemical Cleanup Batter is Jacob Neese. Neese scored the hit that brought in the tying run. That first pitch in for ball one. That pitch is inside for strike one, evens the count out at 1-1. That pitch is in for strike two, but it's down on a 1-2 count. That pitch in the dirt for ball two, evens the count out at 2-2 for Jacob Neese. That's a broken bat. And Neese is running and won't get there in time for out number one. Neese just kind of looked at the ball, thought it was going to go foul, but then took off running. This brings up TJ Roberts, who is 1 for 5 in today's game. That pitch is low and outside for ball one.
Maybe they'll have to come back next Saturday and finish the tournament.
I won't be here next Saturday. That pitch is in for strike one. Counts even at 1-1. This one is hit into center field. And it's going. It's going. It's a walk-off home run from TJ Roberts. That, after an excruciating 11 innings, TJ Roberts hits a walk-off home run over 400 feet in center field to win Sheboygan the game. And with a score of 2-1, a very, very long game. 2-1 Sheboygan takes it. And this will bring up finally game two, which will be between West Allis and Menasha in 20 minutes. The line score up on the board, West Allis, 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. And for Sheboygan, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. Woo! We'll be back in 20 minutes. We hope you enjoyed this long game. And we'll be back when West Allis takes on Menasha.